What is going on, everyone? This is me, Astro Robio here, and today I'm going to be doing the introduction to the 4th season of the Mirage Island Draft League. My name is Corrin, and I will be the host of this season. So I've been the host for the last 3 seasons. If you wanted to check seasons 1 for free, I'll have the links to all the seasons documentations and the links down below. I still have them, just let you guys know. So we're entering the 4th season, and I'm just excited to announce some roles and some sets we're going to be using. So I want to thank one of my good friends, Dwan, for making an amazing logo for us. I'm pretty sure that he's not active now or responding to, I don't know what's going on with Dwan. I don't know if he's having a mental health problem or what, but I really wanted to thank him for making the logo for me. If you can tell, the logo has the Japanese branch's title with 2 Japanese letters, and it has Mirage Island Draft League, and this has a Japanese symbol, which is a 4. And if you can tell, there is a picture of Tsubasa in the cover with a yellow Pokeball scheme, and this is because of Mirage Tokyo Sessions is reaching its 5th anniversary this year. So it's in its 5th anniversary, and by the time I'm writing this video, the game has been out for 5 years now, so that's why I'm going to include the Season 4 logo. And yeah, I'm just very excited to announce the roles. So I guess we can get started on the role section, and I know it's going to be a long ass role set, so bear in mind with me because I'm just going to read as much as I can. So of course we have the draft form, which everyone should have got a copy of it by their DMs. And let's go over the basic rules. So of course you have to be invited, advertising your league. So there's some basic rules. So now let's get into the official draft rules. So of course draft rules are going to be listed as a snake order from 1 to 3, and in 16, 15, 14 each time. And it will be the same order each time. So instead of me doing random, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and it's 16, 15, 14 for each grab in times. And then the player can grab a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, a tier 4, and a tier 5 with 5 free slots available. And you must drop all 5 slots with a total of a combination of points of 260 points. We felt it was this way originally. I was going to give everyone 300 points originally, but because of the unbalanced system, I decided to lower it down to 260. And you may gain more points. Let me explain the rules further with Mega Slots, which are coming back. Of course, the new rules are Z-Moves, D-Max, and G-Maxes are banned. A lot of people did not like Z-Moves in, believe, Season 1, and then a lot of people did not like D-Max and G-Maxes at all. They're banned. And we're going to be playing the same format as last time, Natural Dex, anything goes with smoke on all your clauses. Well, time pass is allowed, however, but you may not pass any stats whatsoever. And then, of course, I included the move Swagger. Swagger will be remaining legal for this purpose of the video. And then let's talk about Mega Evolutions. So Megas are coming back to the Mirage Island Draft League for the first time ever. And it's pretty amazing, actually. It's just that players must Mega Evolve on their first turn, the minute they're sent out. Now, why I've changed Torpedo to tier 4 is because of Speed Boost. Mega Torpedo with Speed Boost is a huge problem, so we had a large Torpedo to tier 4 because of this. And if the player fails to Mega Evolve on the first turn, it's not automatic disqualification. So you need to Mega Evolve on your first turn. Do not forget to do that. And the only way that you will get the pass is that you have to switch. Like, you have to switch out the same turn that you send your Mega Pokemon out. And then the Mega cannot have Baton Pass nor Teleport whatsoever. Yeah, I feel like that you can't have Baton Pass nor Teleport. You can't have that. Can't have any ways of switching out. And then of course the new moves. So of course Mega Pokemons are allowed to have new moves. We're just testing it out because I don't know which Pokemons are just that broken in the Draft League, so we're just trying new moves. It's just that we're gonna add some new Pokemons, which I'll explain that later in the video. It's just as long as it's legal, you're good. And now we're getting into trading. So of course we'll be keeping the free trades as agency as normal, and coach trades are eliminated as normal. And also to prevent the abuse from the trade format, once you suck out the Pokemon, you can't get it back. So for example, I traded in Victini for a Toxapex. the TD can no longer be near roster whatsoever. And also to keep the meta healthy, there will be a total of 12 weeks. And week 11 is going to be the last week for anyone to trade that is not entering the playoffs. And then week 12 will be the last week for users who are entering into the playoffs, just to keep the meta healthy. And of course, 12 weeks, so you must face your opponent has a schedule. It is your responsibility to fight him or her. And deadlines are lasting a week, and extensions can only be granted for the following reasons, like COVID-19, which I know COVID's still a thing, the pandemic's still a thing, death in the family or a family medical reason, or others has to be specified by DMing the host. And I am a very genuine person, a pure of heart. So for anyone, what's the excuse that I would let you get a free pass? It's just that don't abuse it, and you'll be good. Just don't abuse it, or I'm gonna have to start striking people down for doing this, because I haven't had any abuse of this yet. But please just don't abuse it. It makes my life a lot easier. And of course, refusal to battle. So this has happened the last season. So if you refuse to battle, then it's just a straight up FF loss, just like that. And just straight up, it's a -6 instead. And breaking the rules is also a -6. So if you break any rules or just refuse to battle, then it's just a -6, because I can't play. We're not playing this game. So please do it. And then the drafting. So the drafting is going to be a little bit different this time around. And this time, this is the best I can do, honestly. And you have two options. The first option is that you can beat the draft on time, which obviously the draft is going to be on June 10th. So you got to be in the draft on time, and you must stick around to the end. Or you can fill me a Google forum by DMing me, Roy, which I use Roy right now because my original Facebook account has been disabled because of Instagram's BS recently. So DM me, Roy, and you must pick one of the two options before moving on. This makes the drafting a lot easier, a lot smoother, a lot faster. And then we're going to try to make the draft as fast as possible. Also, I want to be able to live stream it and upload it on YouTube, which of course the draft is going to be recorded and uploaded. I can't live stream technically, so I'm just saying it to make a lot of sense for people, but I am going to be recording it and posting it on YouTube immediately. So after I record, then it's just going to be going uploaded online. If you send me the form, and however, I will take them from the top to bottom of the list, and make sure you have them on in the tier. For example, if Neo King to tier 1, then you want to put Neo King tier 1. And if you choose to stick to the time, then there will be a 10-minute time limit. Just select them on. If you don't select it, you can skip, and you must pick right at the end, back up in the end. See, I would not skip. Don't do this, because originally it was going to be a 5-minute timer limit, but I'm going to make it 10. So I'm going to make it as a 10-minute time limit. And yeah, of course. Now, of course, it's a little bit misleading, but what it actually means is that you could just pick right back where you're from, honestly. But I would prefer you pick it up at the end of the draft, so we don't have to make the draft a lot longer than it already has to be. Of course, there will be the playoffs rules. So of course, there's 16 people are entering the cup, including me. And of course, only 8 of you guys will be making it to the tournament gauntlet. So the top 8 best records will be entering in a tournament gauntlet, and then those playoffs are going to be 2 out of best of 2 or best of 3, more like 2 out of 3. And of course, trade must complete for the start of week 11. If you're not sure, then week 11 will be the best one, but week 12 will be the finale of anyone who's making it for the playoffs. But here's the thing: you only get 1 trade, so you get 1 trade. So top 8, if you want to trade in week 12, you get 1 trade. That's either a free or a coach trade. That's it. So I would do everything you can, and yeah, what's going on. And then of course the forum rules. So if anyone sends me a forum, we'll be taking the forum very seriously. And Adams, I don't know. I'm not sure who's going to be the writers of this draft, because we've been having a lot of scandalisms and controversial, whatever you call it. We'll be taking this plan too seriously. So here are some of the rules that are exclusive to the league. So megas can be dropped and it can be traded, but it's going to count as a free trade. So please make sure you have enough points. And of course, all deleted moves such as return, hidden power, and pursue are allowed. So deleted moves are allowed as of right now. And then the story clause. So this happened in season 1, I believe, and I didn't check the replay. So season 1 had a problem with starting mons, and just let you guys know that I know a few cheeky people will do it. I know they will. Level 1 mons are not allowed. They must be set to level 100 by Showdown standards. So if it's not a level 100, then you're obviously going to get DQ for that. So please make sure it can't be a level 1. Don't even try level 2 either. Just not going to work. And of course, there's an Omni boost clause. So with Megas being returned, of course, there's going to be an Omni boost clause. And any Omni boost moves, such as Claiming Your Soul, may not be used, the same as doing Retreat. But it has a move like Ancient Power, Silver Wind, or Armatus Wind, just for example, then they can be used. It can honestly be used. It only has a 10%, so it's not like that's going to happen. So then we have the next part, the basics, the sheets, which I'll explain in a minute. So here is how I recruited them, which I gotta update that. And then draft logos. So yeah, a lot of people are working so hard on the draft logos. I cannot wait to see everyone's draft logos. It's going to be by May 31st, 2021. And you want to submit to me by my DM, so Facebook makes it a lot easier. After May 31st at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Central Time Standard Time Zone, well, technically mine will be 10:59. Then there's going to be no team rebranding. You can't rebrand a team, and once you make or use the previous draft, you can no team rebranding. So please don't do that. You can use the one you make for a draft. You join, grab a friend, or even slap two images together. Use Pixel X. Honestly, it's the best one, in my personal opinion. And then if you guys have a YouTube or Twitch, submit it to me by June 2nd. If you don't have a YouTube or Twitch, just skip the step. And then finally, which I'll explain the date in a minute. And here's some puzzle examples. So yeah, so megas are going to be kind of points, which I'm having this idea of returning from the Global Association League. So I copy from them, but I just get some puzzles examples. So here's some of the puzzle examples. So you can pick up a tier 1 and have. So this is the examples if you pick a tier 1 mega. So you can pick up a tier 1, 2 tier 3s, and a 2 tier 5s, or you can pick up 2 tier 2s, a tier 3, and 2 tier 5s, or you can pick up 4 tier 3s and a tier 5. Then you can pick all tier 4s. Then you can pick a tier 2, tier 3, and then you can pick up 3 tier 4s without having you to rely on a tier 5. And then of course switch up is allowed, of course if it's a bad matchup, but just still in progress at this point. So yeah, so that's that for the Mirage Island. Now let's get into the Hall of Fame real quick. So here are the winners of the preseason we have released so far. So season 1, Gabriel won, and Connor Peterson for the runner-up. Connor would have won against Gabriel, honestly, because Connor took over Lucas, which, okay, I know that Lucas was a pretty bad player, pretty salty Pokemon player. Connor was able to use Lucas's bullshit of a team and almost won against the league, which is amazing. Like, I was so happy that I was cheering for Connor, honestly, but Gabriel unfortunately won in the end, so that's that. Season 2, Christopher Molino won Season 2, which that was what you expected. Stewart for the runner-up, so Stewart was the runner-up, which wasn't too bad. I was expecting Stewart to win. And then Season 3, last season, Jonathan Osiero won Season 3. I was surprised that Jonathan would win, honestly. I was expecting Tanner to win Season 3, because Tanner would be great, because there was just some hints, like Stewart hinted for Season 1 that he will make it to the top 8 Season 2. There he is, Stewart made it to Season 2. Tanner from Season 2 hinted that Tanner was going to make the playoffs in Season 3. Oh, there he is, Tanner's in Season 3. So I wonder who's going to get hinted for Season 3, we're hinted at that, I don't know, I'm not sure who's going to get hinted by. I'm not sure who's going to get hinted. I'm not sure anyone who's returning Season 3, but I'm not sure what's going to go on. And then Season 4, basically like that. He could be next in the Hall of Fame. And then let's take a look at some of the tier changes. So, yep, so I'm just going to scroll down way too fast. Yeah, it's super fast, just to make sure that everyone's alright. So these are some of the tier changes. We made a lot of tier changes, and the reason why we did this is because Mega Pokemon are returning. And yes, I allow Tabalele coming back from the ban, so that's actually a positive. So Tabalele is coming back, because Tabalele was originally banned, but Tabalele is coming back. And all the other mines are mostly negative. The only ones that are positive are Heatran, Mew, and Toxapex. They're positive. Buzzwole is in the positive zone. A lot of these are negative because they're just power creeps due because of megas. And then Absol, Dusknoir, Musharna, Golurk, Slowking, Galar, Swampert, Primaria, Slowking, Johto. Surprising that Slowking Johto made it to tier 2. That was because of, there's a lot of threats, so because of the other Slowkings in there, might as well make Slowking Johto form second in tier 2, and then Calyrex from 4 to 5. Surprisingly, very sadly, the Calyrex is in tier 5. Sadly about this. Alright, so let's take a look at some of the tier lists, some peoples that I do expect peoples will be picking up on my personal opinions. So tier 1 will start with 100 points, and it looks like we have a lot of mines there in tier 1. Most of them are the same. Aegislash, Cinderace with Blaze only, Chansey, Excadrill, Greninja. Yes, Protein Greninja is allowed, just let you guys know. It wasn't banned at Center. A lot of people wanted me to ban Protein Greninja, but the reason why Protein Greninja is not banned in Legal Cinderace is because of the physical and special split. Greninja is very easy to deal with by using Chansey, Blissey, and some of the other special defense role. Cinderace, for example, is a really hard mine to deal with, such as mons like Toxapex, Chansey, and Blissey. It's a problem, so that's why we had to ban Cinderace. Plus, his label ability is just scary, because fighting, it's just way too scary. And then Grinosnarl, Jirachi, we can see Mew, Manaphy, Rillaboom. We can see some of the stuff. Toxapex in tier 1 now, Victini. So we can see some of the stuff that's in tier 1. Tier 2, coming with 80 points, we can see now Mungus, Blissey, Celebi. We also can see Duranitan, Doublé, Entei, Liger, Kendra. I can see Metagross. I see the Pelipper, Porygon Z and 2. Also here, Rodon, Heatmor, and Wash. The free Rodon forms in here. Slow King, so they're right in here in the list. Miracle, also in tier 2. Tingrowth, I can see a Tyranitar, Zoroark, and Zacutree. It's in tier 2. So that's for 80 points. For 60 points for tier 3, I can see that Amerpon is going to be in there. Beware, Blaziken. Blaziken is in tier 3. Crobat. Zidimshin, Ditto, Donphan, and I can see Exploud, Flanks, Gator. So I can see that's coming up. Blaziken is allowed to have Speed Boost, just so you guys know. Speed Boost, Blaziken regular is allowed, and that is due to because of it's just basically power crap. It's power crap, and after so many years, Speed Boost Blaziken is finally allowed in the older format, so that's extremely nice. Tier 4 with 40 points. I don't see a lot of Pokemon that could be drafting here. I can see Chestnut, maybe Coragano, just a few examples of tier 4. So there's your tier 4 mines. And then finally, we'll take a look at tier 5, costing only 20 points. Some of the worthless Pokemon, but it can be used on some stupidity strategies. Making salty players rage quit. Like, I would say, I think one used Butterfree with Nightmare and Sleep Powder, which was one of the greatest combinations of all times. And I could see Hypno being used. Lantern, one of my friends from the league got really mad at me for using Lantern against him. Oh my god, I was laughing at that state. Raboot in tier 5. Raboot got lower from tier 4 to tier 5. And that is it. So that is it for the tier 5 supports. And now let's take a look at the Megas, the Mega Evolutions. So Megas are going to be a lot different this year. So Megas with tier 1 will be 0 points. Tier 2 with 40 points. Tier 3 with 60 points. And then tier 4, which is the lowest, is 80 points. And let's go over some of the Mega picks. So let's start with tier 1 Megas. So we have Altaria, Charizard X, Charizard Y, Deontay, Gallade, Gyarados, Heracross, Latios, Lopunny, Nanitrick, Mawile, Metachan, Metagross, Pinsir, Sableye, Salamence, Scizor, and Venusaur are going to be in the tier 1 Mega category picks. So very strong picks, honestly. Tier 2 Megas are going to be worth 40 points. And we have Absol, Aerodactyl, Beedrill, Garchomp, Gardevoir. We can see Pidgeot, Sceptile, Slowbro, Swampert, and Tyranitar are going to be will be in the Tier 2 category. So that's going to be 40 points. Tier 3 will be 60 points, and that gives you a free Tier 3 pick, essentially. So we have Aggron, Ampharos, Bonnet, Glalie, Houndoom, and Steelix are going to be in the Tier 3 category. And finally, Tier 4 Megas are going to be worth 80 points, which some of the picks you get is Abomasnow, Adino, Camerupt, and finally, Torpedo are going to be in the Tier 4 category, which gives you 80 points. So you can submit, you can do anything you want. And then as for the ban list, oh yeah, we have some ban lists we're going to be going on. So Arceus is being banned, Gash Greninja, obviously, any Ubers, of course. Dimension Galore is being banned, of course, very powerful. Deoxys also being banned. D-Max and G-Maxes are going to be banned. Tricklefish still being banned. We did a suspect test. I did a test. So I did a suspect test with the council's decision on the draft on Dracovish. But unfortunately, Dracovish did not pass the votes with only a 13% chance. So Dracovish is still being banned. Eternatus, Genesect, Groudon, Cortana, very dangerous Pokemon. Kyogre, Kieran Black, very dangerous. Venturizai with Sheer Force, very dangerous. Level Cinerance is also very dangerous. Then Lunar, Marshadow, and then Mega Alakazam, Mega Blastoise are being banned. Mega Alakazam is due to because of Expanding Force, Psycho Terrain, which is extremely dangerous. And then Mega Blastoise is because of Shell Smash. Extreme is banned. So Mega Blastoise is banned because of that. And of course, Mega Blaziken, Gengar, Kangaskhan, Lucario is being banned. And then we have Melmetal's being banned. Melmetal's being banned. And Mewtwo, Necrozma, Dawn Wings, Necrozma, Dustamink, Pheromosa, Reshiram, Solgalio's being banned. Sunkern. Oh my god, Sunkern being banned. That's my little joke. Sunkern being banned. Urshifu, both forms, and then Zixion, both Zixions, both crowned form. Zekrom, Zygarde 50%, and Zamazenta. And while I'm writing this video on Zamazenta is currently in the OU suspect test right now. So if Zamazenta is reporting back to OU during the time, then Zamazenta will be unbanned from the Ubers tier. And it will be placed in Tier 1. Just start Tier 1 just to see how Zamazenta will play out. But most likely, so right now it's in the suspect test as of right now. But as for me writing this video, if Zam gets unbanned, then it's going to get placed in Tier 1. Just simple as that. And then let's take a look at our roster and draft. So let's take a look at this right now. So let's start with our Neutral Conference. And here are their team members. So the Mushroom Cup, we got Lemuel, Alex, Jonathan, and Jared are going to be in the Mushroom Cup. Very interesting tier. And this comes from the Mario Kart. If anyone plays Mario Kart before, then I think you'll get the reference. So Lemuel, Alex, Jonathan, and Jared for the Mushroom Cup. So pretty solid team, pretty solid members of the team. And then for the Star Cup, we got me, Corrin, and followed by Stuart, Victor, and Caro. So of course we have a pretty strong team already for the Star Cup. And then let's get into the Retro Conference with the Shell Cup. We have Nathaniel, Jason William, Craig, and Steve Wendy is in the Shell Cup. So very interesting fact. We got some strong units, strong use of tiles. So I would think of what's going on. And then finally we got the Loki Leaf Cup with Patrick, Angel, Tanner, and Hazen for the Leaf Cup. And yeah, very interesting indeed. So pretty just have a team. Then of course, I made everyone their own team page. So let's take a look at Patrick's, for example. Sorry Patrick, I'm just going to use it for example. So here is the Season 4, here is some of the logos. So of course they'll have a team name, reverberation, the coach, YouTube and Twitter if they have any. Showdown, and then here is the insert logo tier. If you have a team logo. Just do it here, just to make things a lot interesting, draft tile. And And then there's the roster, and then we have the sheet pages. If you're willing to edit your own page, I wonder if Google Sheets allows you to do that, because if it's allowed, then obviously I'm going to allow you guys to edit your own sheets. If you got special permission, I'm not sure how to do it. If anyone knows how to do it, let me know. And then of course we have the accomplishments. So I'm doing something a little bit different this year. I just want to make this as a test. And yeah, I just want to make this as a test. So here's Patrick's stuff, for example. So we have Long Live Team Rocket Champion for 2019. All badges attainable in status. Then we have an Extra Life VGC for him, who made it to the finals. And then Salt Mine VGC made it to the semifinals. And then Caldera VGC also made it to the semifinals. Then we got Kiki's Xmas Christmas VGC in 2021. No, it was supposed to be 2020. Holy shit. It's supposed to be 2021. 2020. Okay. Sorry about that. 2020, I think. Yeah, 2020. Yep. Sorry about that. So, yep, so that is the accomplishments, if that applies to a lot of people's. Okay, so Carl got his team in. This is my team, Astro File. Astro File. What's my channel's name? And that is it for the picks, tiers, and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I want to show you guys one more thing before I end this video, is that we have the Google form, which I want to go over that for you guys. If, for those that draft formulas, let me see, docs. Let me see. Let me tap on it. Yep, there it is. So here's the Mirage Island Draft League Season 4 list. So yeah, so this is the form, which I know some people are doing this. So questions require, all questions are more require, and 10 Pokemon for each one. Tier 3 gotta have 16 mons. So here's a separate, so we have a separate or something like that, I don't know. With my signature, Corrin, of course, and the tier lists are listed here. So just a little bit references, tier 1 picks. 2, 3, 4, 5. And Mega Picks require 6, and then free pick Pokemon must be Tech 10 priority forms. So just normal stuff, I guess. And that is it for my introduction to the Mirage Island Draft League Season 4. So Season 1 to 3 will be in the links description down below. See how well we did in the previous seasons. And then when's the draft? June 10th of 2021. It will be the date. And it's going to be premiere on June 10th, 2021 at 11 a.m. CST, 12 p.m. EST. So please check it out when the release time comes. And that is it. So welcome. And I gave you guys the welcome of the form. And if you guys want to follow all of my other draft members' YouTube channels and their stories, then of course, I'll leave the links to those channels down below if you guys are interested in it. Just let you guys know. But in the channel of my own YouTube channel, the official league, you'll be following my story, which I'll be making my draft league videos on Thunderbolt Steals' channel, so I would subscribe to that channel if you wanted to see more of that. So if you want to follow my story, go to Thunderbolt Steel. You'll have a story to follow, and making sure we'll get everything we get and complete it. So that is it for the Mirage Island Draft League's introduction video. Thank you guys for watching, and good luck to all my 16 competitors who are going to be joining with us. See you guys in June 10th for the draft, and Lola, and see ya on the other side, my friends.